Lebanon Pipeline Awareness. I'm Ann Pinca, President of Pipeline Awareness, and this is Mike Schroeder, Vice President. First of all, I want to thank you for providing the information that you have so far concerning pipeline things since we were here and made our request. I understand the pipeline information will soon be appearing on the website. See the tabs there? And, yeah, and that's great. That's wonderful that that will be available to the public. Really appreciate that. Also want to thank you for sharing the letter from Williams, which was the response to your request for the public town hall meeting. However, we were very dismayed to see that Williams does not plan to meet your request and instead wants to hold a private project update meeting for invited people. This is not satisfactory as far as we're concerned for Lebanon Pipeline Awareness, because it is not the public town meeting you requested. It does not give voice to the public, which is the real point of having this meeting. So we would urge you to please continue with your request for the public meeting and to reject this alternative meeting, because it's not meeting the needs of what the public needs for the county.
Finally, I'd like to draw the Commissioner's attention to a filing with FERC that Williams submitted dated July 29th, 2015, titled Karst Investigation and Mitigation Plan. It's an 11 megabyte PDF file. I'd be happy to provide it, but it's buried in the FERC filings. What this report indicates, just very briefly, is that there is 27.8 miles of this Atlantic Sunrise project that will be traversing karst or sinkhole terrain. 4.33 miles has been designated high risk, and that includes about 2 miles within Lebanon County. One thing that the report does not indicate and does not investigate is the jarring of the earth, because the high-risk area is right where it crosses 422 and Quitapahilla Creek, and as you know, that area is subjected to artillery, to the shaking of the earth through artillery blasts from Fort Indiantown Gap. When they do their artillery practice, it is subjected to shaking as a result of Pennsy Supplies operations, and it's subjected to shaking by the constant passing of trains. And none of that appears in the report. So what we'd like to ask the commissioners to do in their status, in your status as interveners in this case, is to write a letter to FERC expressing your concerns that this element, not only that it's high-risk karst topography with sinkholes and caverns and caves, and it is made clear in this report that the methodologies are, that it's very challenging, is the word they use, to determine relative risk. So we'd like to ask the commissioners to express their concerns and ask that an additional studies be made about the potential impact of this jarring of the earth in this high-risk area right where it crosses Route 422. And we'd be happy to forward that. Again, that report is sort of buried within the FERC filings. It's a massive filing, as you know. So we plucked that out, and we'd be happy to provide that to the commissioners as information.
I'd be willing to, I'm well aware of the karst topography and would be willing to move ahead at this point to write the letter. I don't know if you guys need more time.
I don't need more time.
I'll make a motion to write a letter. To like the information, but I know what it says.
I want to see the
Sure.
information, but I'm well aware of that. That's been a concern that's been raised to me by residents. So, you know, I don't think that, as I said to you, I don't think that's an unreasonable request. So, I think a motion is in order.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second that the county commissioners write a letter to FERC finding issue with the study that has been done concerning the sinkhole probability.
Safety issues, yeah.
Okay. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
Great, thank you.
And this has to do with Sunoco, and I understand from Mr. Wohlgemuth that you have not received a response yet to your letter for a public meeting with Sunoco. But this is more on sharing information. I just wanted to be sure that the commissioners are aware that there was a public notice of condemnation of land in South Londonderry Township by Sunoco for the Mariner East Pipeline. But what I also wanted to make sure you were aware of is that currently across the state in western Pennsylvania, eastern Pennsylvania, landowners have filed lawsuits questioning Sunoco's right to eminent domain as a under the Public Utility Commission. Clean Air Council has also joined in that lawsuit. It's been a big question with the proceedings that Sunoco has done, whether they actually have eminent domain powers for this pipeline, that the Mariner East 2 specifically. So just wanted to make sure you're aware of that. It's also part of the issue that will be presented in the case for the zoning hearing that's coming up on September 15th for the pump station in West Cornwall Township, because this eminent domain is a question that hasn't been settled according to a lot of people.
I oppose them having eminent domain.
And I have a question for you. Eminent domain is something that I've always been against since the Bordner Cabin issue. I mean, I've been well aware of that. But my question is, have you looked into, are they filing as Sunoco asking for eminent domain, or are they asking the state to be the conduit for the eminent domain? Is that a way around it that they're using? Am I making sense?
Yeah, I have a copy of the notice that was in the paper.
Okay.
It says the notification is from Sunoco Pipeline LP. The condemner is Sunoco Pipeline LP.
Oh, okay.
I'm using their address.